$218 million in XRP, XLM, ADA liquidated as XRP falls 17%. Our Telegram group, which we will share airdrops and pre-sales soon, has been established. For instant crypto money news, you can use the Telegram link in the description section. Use the MEXC stock market link to buy and sell with zero commission in spot transactions. Chinese crypto journalist and blogger Colin Wu has tweeted that over the last 24 hours, after XRP plunged by 13%, traders began to liquidate their positions. Ultimately, the XRP fall extended to approximately 17%. He shared data provided by CoinGlass. As they began to close positions, a total of $218 million worth of crypto liquidations and sharp price falls of such major altcoins as ADA, LTC, XLM, MKR, FTM, BSV were registered. Among these liquidations, $160 million constituted long positions in those coins. XRP price peaked by roughly 100% after Judge Annalisa Torres announced a verdict, stating that XRP is not a security as the SEC insisted. The court ruled that the XRP sold by Ripple to financial institutions directly are to be classified as securities. However, programmatic sales and other sales made by Ripple are not. Now, the community is pondering whether Ripple's ODL sales and XRP releases from escrow are securities as well or they are not. Ripple CTO David Schwartz responded to that question on Twitter, saying that Ripple's legal team is looking into that issue now. By now, the price of XRP has recovered nearly 6%, trading at $0.72193. What are the odds XRP price hits new all-time highs after Ripple win against SEC? Ripple's XRP price increased massively on July 13, reaching a new yearly high of $0.938. This was the highest price reached since April 2022. The increase was likely fueled by positive news regarding the Ripple versus SEC case. On Thursday, major exchanges such as Coinbase and Kraken relisted XRP. This occurred after Judge Annalisa Torres announced that Ripple's sale of its token on public exchanges did not violate securities laws. However, the legal battle is not over yet, since the same judge also stated that the company contravened federal law when selling XRP directly to investors. So, Ripple is still on the hook for nearly $729 million in sales. The XRP price has not reached $1 yet. Will it do so in the near future? Read below to find out. Read more. Best upcoming airdrops in 2023. Ripple doubles in value in a single day. The XRP price has traded below a descending resistance line since March 29. The line caused numerous rejections, the most recent on June 22. However, on July 13, the XRP price increased by 100%, breaking out from the resistance line and reaching a new yearly high of 95 cents in the process. As outlined above, the breakout was aided by the positive verdict in the Ripple vs. SEC case, which most of the crypto community lauded. This confirmed that the correction is complete. The price fell slightly afterward and is now trading below the 87 cents horizontal area, which provides resistance. XRP USDT Daily Chart. Source: TradingView. In any case, the daily RSI supports the continuing increase. Traders utilize the RSI as a momentum indicator to assess whether a market is overbought or oversold, and to determine whether to accumulate or sell an asset. If the RSI reading is above 50 and the trend is upward, bulls still have an advantage, but if the reading is below 50, the opposite is true. The RSI is increasing and is above 50, both signs of a bullish trend. However, it is worth mentioning that the daily RSI is in extremely overbought territory, which could lead to a temporary drop and reset before the resumption of the increase. Read more. 9 best crypto demo accounts for trading. Can XRP price reach a new all-time high? Similarly to the daily time frame, the weekly outlook for the XRP price also shows a bullish development. The price has broken out from a long-term descending resistance line that had been in place for 700 days. This supports the legitimacy of the breakout from the shorter-term daily time frame. Also, the weekly RSI supports the legitimacy of the breakout since it is above 50 and increasing. As outlined prior, the XRP price currently trades below the 87 cents horizontal area. While this is more than 250% below the all-time high of $3.30. However, it is worth mentioning that if the price manages to clear this level, the only other resistance before the all-time high will be at $1.70. As a result, it would be possible for the price to quickly increase towards it if it manages to close above 87 cents in the weekly time frame. XRP USD Weekly Chart. Source: TradingView. However, despite this bullish XRP price prediction, failure to close above the 87 cents resistance area can lead to a significant retracement. If that occurs, the XRP price could fall to the next closest support at 55 cents. Ripple CTO missed out on this stock following XRP ruling. Ripple CTO David Schwartz has revealed he failed to take advantage of Coinbase stock after the highly favorable XRP ruling in which Judge Torres declared the digital currency is not an investment security. The popular Ripple executive took to his Twitter handle and said the first thing he should have done was buy the shares of the American crypto exchange, something he apparently regretted not doing seeing the immense growth the stock printed following the verdict. With many American publicly traded companies linked to the broader digital currency ecosystem, the regret on Coinbase stock has a broadly deeper reason. This is because the trading firm stands to benefit immensely from the XRP ruling, seeing it is defending itself against a slew of charges levied against it by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Experts have alleged that Ripple's significant win against the SEC with the ruling that XRP is not a security has somewhat decimated the market regulator's argument against the crypto trading firm. The SEC has alleged that Coinbase supported the trading of unregistered securities, while also assuming a multiple role of securities broker and clearing house. The Ripple lawsuit and the decision from Judge Torres set a crucial precedent that crypto legal experts are convinced will shape the fate of many other lawsuits in the American digital currency ecosystem. Coinbase also benefited from the XRP ruling in that it relisted the digital currency for trading on its platform with a massive retail buy-up of the coin subsequently. Redeeming time. While the tweet from the Ripple CTO is one of the many he sends out daily, it remains unclear whether or not he will eventually buy the Coinbase stock, as the potential to top the 18% growth it has picked in the past 5 days has a tendency of multiplying as the case evolves in the near future. Binance reportedly cuts 1,000 staff after executives exit firm. Crypto exchange Binance reportedly laid off several staff members after a number of executives left the firm. Cryptocurrency exchange Binance has cut its staff after an exodus of executives hit the firm, Reuters reports. The Wall Street Journal first reported the news, indicating more than 1,000 staff were let go over the past few weeks. CZ Disputes Media reports the layoffs at Binance come after a wave of regulatory scrutiny in the US caused doubt in the industry's future. Binance and its rival Coinbase were sued by the US Securities and Exchange Commission for allegedly violating securities laws. The SEC accused Binance and its CEO Changpeng Zhao of operating a web of deception. The exchange vehemently denied the accusations and said it would defend itself vigorously. Zhao took to Twitter to clarify media reports and said the numbers being reported are inaccurate. The exchange continues to appoint new staff. As we continuously strive to increase talent density, there are involuntary terminations. This happens in every company. The numbers reported by media are all way off. For FUD. On the bright side, they just can't resist talking about us. We are still hiring. Handshake, CZ Large Orange Diamond Binance, at CZ_Binance, July 14, 2023. Executives leave Binance last week. Reuters reported a string of executives left Binance. The exchange's chief strategy officer, Patrick Hillman, said in a tweet that he would be leaving the firm for personal reasons. Apologies for any typos, but I was not expecting to be tweeting about this today. It's true that I am leaving at Binance, but I'm doing so on good terms. I continue to respect and support at CZ_Binance, and am grateful for having had the incredible opportunity to work under his, Patrick Hillman, at PR Hillman, July 6, 2023. Stephen Christie, a compliance officer at the exchange, also announced via Twitter that he was leaving the firm. Christie said, "I usually don't tweet much and try and keep a low profile, but wanted to clear the air about a couple of articles that were printed today. I can confirm that I am indeed leaving at Binance, but the reasons for my departure are very different than what was reported." General counsel for Binance, Hunning, also left the firm along with Ibor Ling, Binance US-based chief business officer. CZ also commented on reports of the executive exodus. For more FUD about some departures. Yes, there is turnover at every company. But the reasons dreamed up by the news are completely wrong. As an organization that has grown from 30 to 8,000 people in 6 years, from zero to the world's largest crypto exchange in less than 5 months, CZ Large Orange Diamond Binance. At CZ_Binance, July 6, 2023. A spokesperson for Binance told Reuters, over the last 6 years, we have grown from 30 to a team of almost 8,000 across the globe. As we prepare for the next major bull cycle, it has become clear that we need to focus on talent density across the organization to ensure we remain nimble and dynamic. Binance.US lays off staff soon after the SEC filed suit against Binance. Binance US arm reportedly conducted a round of layoffs. Sources said that around 50 people, or 10%, in the exchange's legal, compliance, and risk departments were dismissed. Disclaimer: this article is provided for informational purposes only. It is not offered or intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, financial, or other advice. Coinbase voices bravado after Ripple ruling. Is it justified? The recent court ruling in the high-profile United States Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) versus Ripple case has ignited a fresh wave of optimism among key players in the crypto industry, particularly Coinbase. The landmark decision, hailing XRP token purchases via crypto exchanges as non-securities transactions, has potentially fortified Coinbase's defense in its ongoing lawsuit with the SEC. Coinbase feels confident in case against SEC. Paul Gurrawal, chief legal officer at Coinbase, vocalized the company's newly invigorated confidence following the Ripple ruling. According to Gurrawal, the court's determination significantly undermines the idea of securities being traded on crypto exchanges, therefore offering reassurance to both Coinbase and its regular investors. I think we will win. Now, I thought we would win before this decision. We think this decision has only further strengthened the case, Gurrawal stated. The Coinbase executive suggested that the judgment's logic would still hold, even if the XRP token were substituted with any other cryptocurrency. Read more: Coinbase and Kraken to relist XRP following Ripple's court victory. Yet, the ruling also flagged the sale of XRP to sophisticated investors or institutional clients as a securities transaction. It seemingly casted a shadow over Coinbase's ambitions to expand its institutional trading platform. Gurrawal, however, downplayed this concern, arguing that all investors can take solace from the fact that crypto exchange-traded tokens were not deemed securities in arm's length dealing situations. Investors remain optimistic about the future of crypto. The SEC's stance on cryptocurrencies, mainly considering most of them as securities, has been contentious. Cryptocurrencies must register with the SEC and adhere to stringent disclosure requirements if classified as securities, thereby significantly expanding the SEC's jurisdiction over these assets and related firms, such as crypto exchanges. The ruling on XRP has seemingly weakened the SEC's argument, attracting criticism from key industry figures. Tyler Winklevoss, co-founder of cryptocurrency exchange Gemini, slammed the regulator as a failed institution. Meanwhile, Gurrawal called for new rules to accommodate the new technology. Analysts and investors now view Ripple's partial victory as a positive signal for the crypto market as a whole. According to BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, global demand for cryptocurrencies is significantly growing. He maintains that crypto can act as a new international asset class that can transcend any fiat currency appreciation. If you look at the value of the US dollar, how much it depreciated over the last 2 months, and how much it appreciated over the last 5 years, an international crypto product can really transcend that, Fink said. As the dust continues to settle in the wake of the SEC versus Ripple case, the crypto community anticipates the potential ripple effects of Coinbase's ongoing legal battle with the SEC.